Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your coach, Scotty Hobbs, Top Male Beachbody Coach. It's a special day today. We're back home. I'm back to my 5 kids after the Success Club trip to the Oasis of the Seas, which, by the way, was a phenomenal experience. But my goal today is to take some things that may seem complicated or overwhelming to you in your life right now and help simplify them with real life stories, things that you can relate to. But first I have to say it's a birthday, my daughter's 5th birthday, Alina, the one that inspired me through the hospital and Dr. Bill's to become a coach just 5 years ago. So I want you guys to know that, in life we look at people who are successful and we're like, we see on YouTube, like you're watching right now, or you see on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, the platform or a blog, and you're like, man, they're so successful. They got their stuff is all together. And what that is realistically, that's a highlight reel of their life. There's so many ups and downs, and oftentimes, and that's maybe a failure on my part and other people's parts, is we just highlight those success reels or the high points and leave out the low points. So I want you guys to understand that. So just a simple example, when I was on the Flow Rider on the ship, I spent every day from 3 to 5 on the Flow Rider. The last day was like 1 till 5:30. And it was just, it was fun. I'll explain it to you in simple terms. I got on the Flow Rider. The first time I was in line, I was so nervous. Those people that were really good. My buddy Jason was tearing it up on there. And I was like, man, they're so good. I'm going to look like a fool, like I'm gonna hop on there and fly off, and I was so tense and nervous. I got on, the guy was holding my hands and my legs were flipping around, right? They were all shaky. And I just remember I was so scared and tense that I was like in this tunnel and I was just frightened, and I was on there and he wouldn't let go of me because I was tense. They wait for you to relax, and he wouldn't let go, and finally I relaxed a little bit and he let go. But I was still in this tunnel, like there was nothing around me, right? Even though there was a ton of people in the stands in the line and a guy right in front of me trying to talk to me, I was just so tense. And I was like, and I was just nervous, and my knees were shaking, and it was funny. I just relaxed and I looked up and I saw everybody and I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then I was more comfortable, and of course I still fell and ate it and my shoulder hurts and all that stuff. But the moral of the story right there is, in that point, like, you got to be serious. Like, I was serious about wanting to learn that. I was serious about trying that, but I was too serious about myself, about looking like a failure, about falling down. And once I just relaxed and had fun, everything else was easier. It was more comfortable. I was more relaxed, which made the board more relaxed. I wasn't so shaky. So if you're building a business or you're an entrepreneur, it's important that you're serious, that you have the goal to become good at it, to become solid in your technique of what you do as a coach or an entrepreneur. But it's also important that you let up on yourself, relax a little bit, and have fun with what you're doing. That's why you see me have fun on videos and on my Facebook with my wife and my kids, right? You got to be serious, but you got to not take yourself too serious. So I'm riding, obviously I fall really quick, and this is the very first day we get on the ship. We went straight back there, me and my friends. So every day, like, I saw other people and I'm like, dang, they're so good. And I was jealous a little bit, but I kept showing up. I kept getting in the line. And here's the truth of the matter, guys. That line was like 45 minutes. You stood in line for 45 minutes. You get your turn in the beginning. We sucked real bad. Like 45 minutes, you get in line, you're on there for like 15 seconds, you get it, you catch an edge, you eat it, and you get back in the line for 45 minutes. But we kept showing up. And I remember I got on there finally, I asked him, I was like, why am I so wobbly? He's like, your knees are in front of your feet, like a bad squat. And I was like, okay. He's like, so do a real squat, lean back. And I did that, and I was like, holy crap, the board's so steady now. It was more smooth and steady, and I began to get it, right? And I was like, okay, this is good. So at that time I did it, and I went all the way across to the other side, and I was trying to get back. I'm a snowboarder. I was like trying to kick my hips around, like flip my back foot to get, and it wasn't going anywhere, and I faceplanted and ate it. So the next time, here's a lesson. I got up there and I said, hey, last time I got over there and I was doing this, I couldn't figure out how to come back. He's like, okay, when you were in a squat, you went across to the other side. Now if you come up on your toes, it'll bring you back this way. And so I did it, and it was like I could go back and forth, back and forth. So the lesson right there is, it's important to ask somebody that knows what they're doing how to do it. Like, because I was trying an approach and it wasn't working, so I asked, how do I change that? And they gave me some advice. So it's important to ask somebody when you need help how to adjust your approach. And so I was able to do that and start to learn how to get a little bit more comfortable. Sorry, there's a little notification on my phone. So I took that into practice. And then every day we began to try a little bit more and a little bit more. and where we could go up and down and back and forth, into where we could spin around on a 180. And the thing is when I got comfortable, I'm going back and forth without falling down, that became, I guess, boring. I wanted to try something new to become somewhat like the others who were riding with great skill and ease. So we began to try to spin 180s, and we fell and we fell and we fell until we could get it. Now the cool thing that came was the last day, they said, hey, there's a best of the best contest where we're gonna choose the best riders from this week to compete in a competition, and your peers get to cheer you on. So I was like, man, I wanna be in that. So we actually went over to sign up, and they're like, hey, you have to be chosen to be a part of that. The instructors will choose people who show that they have some skill that could compete in this. So we went over, my friend Josh and I, we said, hey, we're gonna show you guys that we're getting better and better. We want you to choose us. And they're like, okay, whatever, right? But we kept trying and trying, and we asked to be placed in that. And after a few more tries, he put us on the list, and we got to compete in that. So I knew firsthand that I was not gonna be one of the best, but I was trying and getting better every single day. The same with my buddy Josh. We got up for the contest, we ate it like in 3 seconds, got back up and had 3 tries, but we had fun. We of course didn't win, but we got out and we did our best, and we improved, and we had fun with it. And the thing that I want to say right there is there were people then that like saw us right, and they're like, man, you're so good. I wish I was that good. I wish I could stay up. I wish I could learn how to do that things. And the story is, like, that's what I wished in the beginning too, but I decided to spend every afternoon there falling and trying and waiting in that long line to have my chance to keep trying. And the lesson I want to teach and share with you guys, then a quote is, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So when that opportunity for the best of the best came at the end of the trip, it was because we were prepared through practice and showing up every single day of that cruise to become better, and we were placed on that platform to show our skills. So the same thing goes for you as an entrepreneur. I see so many people complaining about where they're not, comparing themselves to somebody else's journey. So it'd be like me getting there the first day and seeing the instructors doing 360s and 180s and kick flips and all that stuff, and being like, ah, man, I'm never gonna be that good, I suck, I'm gonna go over and just lounge and eat ice cream, right? But no, I said, hey, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna master the basics, I'm gonna get better and make this fun and have fun with my friends as I go through this. So as a coach, it's gonna be the same thing. Stop complaining about where you're not. Start working on building your fundamentals, your basics, and as you master the basics, then try all the tricks, right, of getting better at connecting with people, or getting better at your videos, or getting better on your social media posts. And that is how you're gonna have the opportunity to speak on stage at Summit. That's how you're gonna have the opportunity to speak on a webinar on our team call. That's how you're gonna have an opportunity to speak on a national wake-up call. If you never practice and never get yourself out there, you're never gonna be on one of those platforms. So begin now, fail forward, be patient, try again, get up, fail, fall forward, get up, try again, with the end purpose of what you want. So me on that board was, I want to be good. I want to be able to ride this thing and balance and move back and forth and up and down and eventually spin a 180. I made that goal, and then I showed up every single day. So the same thing goes for your Beachbody business, or your business, whatever it is you're in as an entrepreneur. Decide what you want and then show up every day and be willing to fall, be willing to ask others around you, be willing to high five your friends when they fall with you, and make fun and have fun with it, and be serious about your end goal, but don't take yourself so seriously. I know this is a long message, but I hope that you can apply something from this message into your life as you go out to set fitness goals, or to move up in your company, or to move up in your leadership as a entrepreneur. I love you guys. Top male Beachbody coach Scotty Hobbs. Work on mastering the basics, mastering your skills, and you are going to become great. You are going to make a difference in the lives of others, but you've got to show up and be in love with what you're doing and expect nothing in return. Love you guys.